Good afternoon and welcome to the Roseburg High School Softball Field. Nate Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon as the Roseburg Indians take on the Forest Grove Vikings. Roseburg, the 7th seed in the tournament. Forest Grove, currently the 10 seed. Should be a good one here today, and it looks like we're going to get going with the national anthem in just a second. Roseburg, they're coming off a 4-0 win against Sandy on Monday. Forest Grove, on the other hand, they're coming off a win themselves, a 10-0 win against Southwest Conference opponent in Grants Pass. They are currently doing an announcement right now, talking about the OSAA and all the regulations ahead of this postseason matchup, but we are going to get the national anthem in just a second. We just got the lineups all filled in, and so we'll take a break real quick, but when we come back, we'll actually get you the starting lineups here today at the Roseburg High School Softball Field. Thank you for being with us this afternoon here on The Score. Excellent version of the national anthem here at the Roseburg High School Softball Field. And let's go ahead and get you today's starting lineup, starting with the Forest Grove Vikings. Leading things off is going to be Gracie Evans, the third baseman. Addie Faulkner, the left fielder, batting second. Callie Davis, batting third, the first baseman. Kenley Wright, the catcher, batting fourth. Elise Mornsey, the second baseman. She's batting fifth. Cadence Hood, batting sixth. She's the right fielder. Kailia Takahashi, the shortstop in the 7th spot. Daniela Rodriguez is the DP, and Paula Reyes-Figueroa is going to be the center fielder today. Defensively for Roseburg, out in left field, it's going to be Danica Opp. In center field, Mason Tabor. Cadence Ellenwood, who had a big day on Monday, a home run and a double. She's going to be out in right field. Ella Martinez-Bryson, the third baseman. You got Sierra Singleton over at shortstop. Hannah Bakke, the second baseman. Joelle Maddox at first base. Tara Singleton behind the plate. And Cambria Bachmeyer in the circle. Going to be the DP today for Roseburg is Angela Haber. So that is the defense alignment for Roseburg going up against this Forest Grove team. Again, a 10-0 victory for the Vikings in their first game of the 6A playoffs. Bachmeyer on the bump. Wheels and deals, and the first pitch is underway. It's a bunt shown. Back to the middle, and the throw to first base not in time, as Gracie Evans puts herself at first base. So the Vikings have a leadoff runner aboard here in the top of the first inning. Brings up Addison Faulkner, the left fielder. Right-handed hitter, getting set to face off against Bachmeyer, who went the distance on Monday for Roseburg. Bachmeyer in the circle. Her first pitch, another bunt shown. It's bunted to the third base side. Picking it up is Martinez, and she throws to first. And Faulkner is safe at first. So Evans advances to second. Back-to-back bunts, and now 2 runners aboard for Forest Grove. This will bring up Callie Davis, the first baseman. She also had a big day in the first game of the postseason for Forest Grove. She went 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, and hit a home run. Bachmeyer's first pitch. It's driven out towards right center field, and it's going to find its way to the alley. Digging towards second base is Davis. She's going to get there standing up. Both runners are going to come in and score for Forest Grove, as the Vikings take an early 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Picking up right where they left off from Monday. It was a run rule victory, 5 innings. And they strike first here at the Roseburg High School softball complex. So 2-0 Vikings. Runner at second base, and now Kenley Wright, the catcher, comes to the dish. Bachmeyer trying to get into a rhythm as she delivers a pitch high. 1 ball and no strikes. Bachmeyer, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks in the win over Sandy. Did a pretty good job navigating her way through traffic. 1-0. High again. 2 balls and no strikes. The game against Sandy, the Indians' defense really helped her out. Numerous times it was Sandy threatening, but the Indians turned 3 double plays in the game and also had a game-saving catch out in center field from Mason Tabor in the 6th inning. 2-0 pitch. This time called a strike. 2-1. Mason Tabor out in center field made a diving play out on the center field track to rob Sandy of a hit. The bases were loaded with 2 outs in the 6th in a 3-run game. 2-1 pitch. In the zone, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball gets down and Tabor doesn't snag it. Then 3 runs probably come in for Sandy, and it's a tie game going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg added another run in the bottom of the 6th and hung on for the 4-run victory. 2-2 pitch is upstairs. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes from Bachmeyer. Warm but pleasant day here in Roseburg, 75 degrees and sunny. Doesn't get better than this. Fouled off on the payoff pitch. We'll see another one. Not a cloud in sight. Wish we would have had this weather on Monday. We had the Memorial Day flyover here in the Umpqua Valley, and it was so overcast in the morning that we did not get to see the flyby. That was actually the story in the newspaper earlier this week. 3-2 pitch. High. So it'll be a walk. Yet another Viking gets aboard. Kenley Wright to first base. And Elise Morency will come to the plate with runners at first and second. Still nobody out. Single, single, double, and walk so far to start this inning for Forest Grove. So here's Morency, the second baseman. Bachmeyer on the slab. Wheels and deals in the first pitch, high. 1 ball and no strikes. But it was so overcast in the morning. Definitely warmed up towards the end of the afternoon. Today, a nice slight breeze up atop of the press box here at Finlay Field. 1-0. Bunt shown. It's bunted right back to the catcher, Singleton. She catches it, throws towards second base, but nobody was there. So that'll be the first out. So the P2 puts the first out on the board for Forest Grove at the plate. Still 2-0 the score, top of the first inning, and here's Cadence Hood. First pitch, Hood fouls it back. 0-1. Now the flag out in center field, not as much breeze. In fact, it's pretty stagnant right now. Just stoic out there, but up here high of the press box, it's certainly a nice breeze on this sunny and 75 day. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Bachmeyer. It's grounded to the right side, and it's through the hole. Stopping at third base on the play was Davis. Right advances to second, and Hood is at first with a single. So another hit in the inning for Forest Grove. Bases loaded now, still just 1 out in the inning. Four hits so far, and now here's the 7-hole hitter, Kailia Takahashi. Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Takahashi. 0-1. Bachmeyer an opportunity here with the bases loaded to potentially force a double play. The Indians defense again turned 3 double plays on Monday, a large reason why they won against Sandy. Defense going to have to be huge once again here. The 0-1 pitch. Bachmeyer misses down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. After the game, Coach Blevins for Roseburg, Dave Blevins, he said that he felt like this team had the best defense in the SWC. He'd been saying it all season long, and it certainly paid off in the first game against Sandy. 1-1 pitch, cut on and miss. 1-2. The Indians on a roll. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. Entered the postseason with a 20-6 overall record, now at 21-6 on the season. Against a good Forest Grove team that are 9-3 in league play and 19-8 overall. Down and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Finished in second place in a good Pacific Conference this season. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-0 the score here in the top of the first. Pitch from Bachmeyer. Popped up right behind the plate. Singleton squeezes the mitt for out number 2. So a couple of pop-ups to the catcher, benefiting Roseburg. And now the 8th batter of the inning, Daniela Rodriguez, will come to the plate. First pitch, Rodriguez takes up and away, throw back towards second base, and back there safely is Wright. 1-0. Bachmeyer, about 75% of her pitches were 4 strikes in the game against Sandy on Monday. Struggling a little bit finding the zone here in the first. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Finds the zone that time. One ball and 1 strike. Pitch from Bachmeyer. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Right-hander gets ahead here. Bachmeyer's 1-2. Foul back. Rodriguez stays alive. Big opportunity for Forest Grove here. Already scratching across 2 runs. And an opportunity for more. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Do it again. Rodriguez stays alive. Paula Reyes Figueroa is on deck. Center fielder. Bachmeyer's 1-2. Early swing, and it's fouled away down the third base side. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a triple header coming up today on the score. We got the softball game right now coming up at 4:30. We're going to have the Roseburg Indians baseball game as they take on a very good Grant team, the champions in the PIL this past season. And then later on tonight, Umpqua Valley Christian baseball. 1-2 pitch just misses the zone. Not sure where it missed. It's 2-2. Fans certainly agreed with me up here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still the bases loaded. Bachmeyer readies and deals. Misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez has worked a full count. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the Vikings in the top of the first. They threatened. They had a total of 4 hits. But they could only score 2 runs as they leave 3 stranded. No errors defensively for Roseburg. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 2-0. You're listening to Roseburg Softball here on The Score.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the first inning. The score is 2-0 Forest Grove. Let's get you the starting lineup now for the Roseburg Indians. Leading things off is going to be Tara Singleton, Danica Opp in the 2 spot. Mason Tabor, the center fielder, batting 3rd. Ella Martinez-Bryson batting 4th. Sierra Singleton batting 5th. Cadence Ellenwood batting 6th. Cambria Bachmeyer hitting for herself today. And then a 7th spot. Joelle Maddox batting 8th, and Angela Haber is batting 9th. First pitch misses. Now 1 ball and no strikes to Tara Singleton. The 1-0 pitch is popped in the air towards the first base side, and it's going to go foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Indians coming to the plate, trailing. Only 2 runs given up by Bachmeyer in the top of the first. Could have been a lot worse. But a pop-up in foul territory and a strikeout to end the inning with the bases loaded. 1-1 pitch, Singleton. Lifts it in the air out toward shallow center. Right around the feather in center field. Reyes Figueroa catches it for out number 1. So 1 out, and now nobody on for Danica Opp, the left fielder. Forest Grove defensively. Faulkner out in left field, Reyes Figueroa in center, and Hood out in right. First pitch in the zone for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Evans at 3rd, Takahashi the shortstop, Morency at 2nd base, Davis at 1st, and Wright catching behind the plate for Carrington Wright. A stud in the circle. Pitch high, now 1 ball and 1 strike. Carrington Wright in the last game against Grants Pass, 5 innings, no hits allowed. 1-1 pitch, bunt shown, and it's pulled back 2-1. She had 9 strikeouts and 0 walks. For my research, everybody said it was a no-hitter, but no walks. Got to think maybe even a perfect game. 2-1. Big cut and miss. 2-2 to Danica Opp. Maybe a potential error in the game, allowed a runner, or maybe a hit by pitch, but no walks, no hits. Pretty good stuff from Carrington Wright, just a sophomore. 2-2. Freezes up, but it's a little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. So Wright picks up her first strikeout of the afternoon. Quickly 2 away. Brings up Mason Tabor, the hero of last game. Made the diving defensive play in center field. Swings and fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Roseburg dugout making some noise. The umpire on the first base side said something about the dugout, and now the home plate umpire going to go over and talk with her. Not sure if he heard what was said. One 0. In the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Tabor swings at a rise ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Wright. And now Jeremy Ingram is out to talk things over with the first base umpire. So I think what happened was the first pitch was a strike, and then the first base umpire overruled it as a ball, made the count 1-0, and now I'm looking at the board. Now it says 2-1. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Tabor will pop it up behind the plate. It doesn't matter. It's caught by the catcher Wright, and that'll do it for the Indians in the bottom of the first inning. 1-2-3. Roseburg goes offensively as Carrington Wright now has 6 straight innings of no-hit softball in the postseason. We're going to head now to the the top of the second inning. The score is 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. Here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
First pitch in the top of the second inning was hit out towards the right side of the infield. The sun got the better of Bonke, the second baseman, and Paolo Reyes-Figueroa is going to reach on an E4. Lost it in the sun, overran it on a pop-up in the infield. There's now a runner at first base, and a bunt shown, bunted right to third. Martinez goes to first base, and staying on the bag was Maddox. Make that Baki. So a sacrifice bunt. Moves a runner into scoring position at second base. And they're going to call the runner at second out as well. So I think maybe Reyes Figueroa left the bag early. So she'll be off the base paths. So now 2 outs after the bunt out. And here's Addison Faulkner. First pitch, Faulkner takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot of clarification so far with the Forest Grove side and the umpires. Seems like a few questionable calls that have just not gone the Vikings' way. 1-0 pitch. Taken for a strike. 1-1. So Cambria Bachmeyer gets bailed out to say. Get helped out with the pop up in the infield. Doesn't cost him defensively. 1-1. High again. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Bachmeyer tosses the rosin bag. Gets the grip and lets her rip. 2-1. Down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Addison Faulkner singled her first time up. Her second look at Bachmeyer. Three balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Grounded to the left side. Singleton picks it up, throws to first base, and Maddox is there for the final out. And there, no hits, no runs, and none left stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. The score is 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. You're watching Roseburg Softball here on 541radio.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bottom of the second inning, the score is 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. First pitch here in the bottom of the second is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ella Martinez batting for the first time today. The cleanup hitter for Roseburg, looking to get the first hit of the game for the Tribe. First pitch, swings and misses. Another second pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike. Carrington right. Another 1-2-3 inning for her. Get 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. No hits allowed in the opening game against Grants Pass. 1-1, swing and a miss by Martinez, 1-2. A lot of velocity off of the right hand of Wright. The 1-2. Foul tipped and foul. One ball and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Wright's 1-2 offering. Grounded to the right side. Picking it up at second base is Morrissey. Dishes it to first base to retire Martinez for out number 1 here in the second. So still no hits given up by Carrington Wright. And brings up Sierra Singleton, the shortstop today for Roseburg. Singleton went 2 for 3 with a triple, plus an RBI in the game on Monday. Takes the strike. 0-1. Now the left-handed hitter. A little bit of a slap hitter for Roseburg. And now Jeremy Ingram is out to talk things over with the first base umpire again. There must be something with the way that Wright is pitching the ball. It must be her toe is coming off of the mound, because they just overturned the strike and have made it a ball once again. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Singleton. Takes it down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. It's a little bit odd to see a couple of overturns on pitches. Rarely do you see that. 2-0. Singleton fouls it back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Indians haven't been able to capitalize just yet. Wind really picking up here on top of the press box. Not much down on the field. 2-1 pitch. Singleton bunts it up towards the third base side, and it's caught by the third baseman Evans for out number 2. Two outs. Cadence Ellenwood will stand in. Ellenwood, the right fielder, takes the pitch up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Indians still searching for their first hit. It's been 5 up, 5 down to begin this ball game. 1-0. Taken down low below the knees. 2 balls and no strikes. Cadence Ellenwood, the big performer, at the plate with a double and a home run in the game on Monday. 2-0. Pops it up towards the first base side. Calling for it is Davis, and she makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, the Indians go. We're headed to the top of the 3rd inning. The score is still 2-0. Indians with some work to do offensively. Looking to put up another 0 is Bachmeyer on the other half of this break here on 541radio.com.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Top of the 3rd inning, still 2-0 the score. First pitch a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes from Cambria Bachmeyer. Here on the 3rd. Second pitch bounces in. 2 balls and no strikes. To Callie Davis, who caught the final out in the 2nd inning, defensively at first base for the Vikings. Swings and drives the ball to left field pretty deep, and it goes off the wall. Hop picks it up, throws it into Singleton, the cutoff woman. And at second base with her second double of the game, it's Callie Davis. She had a 2 RBI double in the first and now starts the third inning. The 2-bagger. So the Vikings with a runner in scoring position, nobody out, and the top of the third inning. Callie Davis went 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a home run on Monday, and a couple of extra base hits to start her day on a Wednesday. First pitch, in for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Kenley Wright. Walked her first time up. It's one of the 3 runners left stranded in the first inning with only 2 runs coming in despite the bases being loaded and just 1 out in the inning. 0-1 pitch, high. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Wright. Rolls up her sleeves. A little bit of a tang top look. Bare arm showing on a beautiful day in the Berg. 1-1. Upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tons of events going on here today in Roseburg. Mentioned it, we got baseball coming up later this afternoon at Stewart Park. Roseburg and Umpqua Valley Christian. This one fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umpqua Valley Christian at 7 o'clock facing off against Lost River. Monarchs, the defending state champions. Should be a good one. Joey Keyran's going to have the call for those 2 ones. You can also find it here on 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. Go ahead and subscribe. Stay up to date to Roseburg High School sports and our live streams. 2-2 pitch. Low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count with the runner in scoring position at second base. Kenley Wright at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Wright lines it to center field. Tabor comes in and makes the catch on her knees. Throws it to second, and it's an out at second. Mason Tabor. Another highlight reel play in center field. And it's another Roseburg double play. Just like that, 2 outs and nobody on. And here's Elise Morency. Fouls off the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. See little girls running over to go get the foul ball. Always part of the fun here at the Roseburg High School Softball Field. Beautiful facility, and a lot of fans have come out to spend their Wednesday afternoon. 0-1 pitch. Taken low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Got fans sitting on the little berm out towards the right field line, just shy of the bullpen of the Indians. We got a few pop-up tents out that way with a couple of nice lawn chairs as well. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Morency. Bachmeyer with 1 strikeout. It came to end the first inning. And an opportunity for a second. 1-2 pitch. Grounded towards the left side. Singleton collects, throws to first base. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down in unique fashion after a leadoff double. Bachmeyer gets out of it without allowing a run. 2-0 the score as we head to the bottom of the third inning here on 541radio.com.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence Showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bottom of the third innings, 2-0, still the score. Roseburg looking for their first hit offensively as they come back up to the plate. Bottom of the order as the first pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and one strike to Cambria Bachmeyer. Bachmeyer allowed the 2 runs in the first inning, has put up back-to-back zeros on the board, and now looking to get things going offensively for the Indians. Swings through the 0-1 pitch, falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes to Carrington Wright. Wright still perfect. Has been that way the entirety of the postseason. Just misses outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A combined 7 no-hit innings to start the postseason for Wright. 1-2 offering. It's grounded towards the left side. At third base, it's Evans. She throws the first to retire Bachmeyer for out number 1. She did it against a Southwest Conference team in Grants Pass on Monday, throwing the no-hitter. Roseburg, they finished their regular season against Grants Pass on senior day here at this field. First pitch swinging, popped up out towards right field by Maddox, and to make the catch is Hood for out number 2. Two outs and nobody on. Brings up Angela Haber, the DH. Scratch that, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Well, not sure what happened, but Maddox is back in the box. And now 2 balls and no strikes. It must have been the thing again where Wright was off the mound when she threw it. Gets a strike here, 2 balls and 1 strike. So 1 out, and Maddox did not fly out to right field. So 2-1. Maddox cuts through it, 2-2. There's been a lot of odd calls today with Wright in the circle. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Maddox. Hit in the air out towards center field, and it'll be caught in center field by Reyes Figueroa. So instead of an F9, it becomes an F8. And there is the second out of the inning. Brings up Angela Haber now, the DH. So she will get her first at-bat of the postseason. Did not appear in the game on Monday. Pops up the ball out towards shallow right field. In to make the catch is Hood for the final out. Indians go down in order once again. As Carrington Wright, oh my goodness. Never mind. They're going to say that she was, I think, off the mound again. So it'll be 1 ball and no strikes. This has got to be frustrating if you're a Forest Grove fan. Swing and a miss by Haber. 1-1. One pitch. Taken for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Wright a strike away from getting out of the inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. She'll take the strikeout. And that'll do it for the Indians as they officially go down in order once again. It's been now 9 up, 9 down for the Indians as we'll head to the 4th inning. The score is still 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. You're watching Roseburg Softball. You're on 541radio.com.
Move a muscle? Make a move to Centennial Orthopedics and Podiatry for muscle, joint, and bone care for the entire family. Whether for ankle or foot, hand and wrist, shoulder and elbow, hip and knee, or sports injuries, our specialty trained doctors can help you get moving. Get the safe, comfortable orthopedic care you deserve right here in Douglas County. It's your move. Call 541-229-2663 or visit centennialorthopodiatry.com today.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's Oven Roasted Chicken Wings.
Top of the 4th inning. Bachmeyer back in the circle as the first pitch misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. So right, despite the controversial calls, a lot of balls put up on the board. Despite her firing in strikes, she gets out of the inning with her 2nd strikeout, and now the offense back to work. This one fouled back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cadence Hood. Hood, Takahashi, and Rodriguez do up 6, 7, and 8 here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. Hopped in the air out towards right field near the fence. A tough play, and crashing into the fence was Ellenwood. Seems to be okay. So she walks it off. Be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ellenwood a little bit shaken up out in the right field side. Staying in the game without an attendance from the trainer. The 1-2. Fouled away. Do it again. Bachmeyer just 1 strikeout. Goes to Rodriguez in the first. At a 1-2-3 third and a 1-2-3 second after allowing the 2 runs on 4 hits in the first. 1-2. Called strike 3. Bachmeyer, her 2nd strikeout. First downs recorded here in the top of the 4th. Brings up Kailia Takahashi, the shortstop. First pitch. Lifted in the air out towards shallow left field. The wind blowing it in, and it's off the middle up. At second base is Takahashi. It's the 2nd time today the Indians have had trouble with a pop fly. Another error in E7 as it went right through the mitt. So runner at second, 1 out. And here's Daniela Rodriguez. First pitch to Rodriguez. She pops it up out towards shallow center field. Mason Tabor flashes the leather, makes the catch for out number 2. Two outs, a runner at second base for the 9-hole hitter, Paula Reyes-Figueroa. Bachmeyer's first pitch, taken high. 1 ball and no strikes. Bachmeyer, after struggling to find the zone in the first inning, has really settled in. Has continued to pump strikes and get weak contact. 1-0 pitch. Down low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Gorgeous setting here in the Umpqua Valley. Still pretty green out. Mixture of green and yellow on the hills. 2-0. A little bit high. 3-0. Not a cloud in sight. From up atop the football press box, we can see the river, the South Umpqua River, just beyond the center field wall. Three balls and no strikes. Pitch from Bachmeyer. In there. 3-1. Takahashi at second. The 3-1 pitch. High. It's a walk. Just the second walk given up for Bachmeyer. 2 on and 2 out. Top of the fourth. Gracie Evans arrives. Single and sac bunt so far today. Left-handed hitter in the box. First pitch to her. Outside, throw back towards second base, and the throw back is a little bit late. Looks like a pitch out. 1 ball and no strikes. Martinez at third base creeping in. 1-0. Grounded towards first base. Stabbed by Maddox. Taps on the bag to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. The score is 2-0, halfway through this game. Roseburg with some work to do offensively, still searching for their first hit. You're watching Roseburg Softball here on 541radio.com.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 the score. Forest Grove with the lead. Number 10 versus number 7 today in the Umpqua Valley. First pitch. It's grounded towards the right side, and picking it up is the first baseman Davis, and just stares back Tara Singleton, who did not want to get tagged out. Either way, it's a ground out to first base for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Danica Opp. First pitch called a strike. 0-1. 10 up, 10 down to start this ball game for Roseburg at the plate. Opp, she struck out looking her first time up. Her second look at Carrington Wright, who has not allowed a hit in the postseason. The 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Roseburg last year did not make it to the second round. Hosted a game, but lost to Tigard at home. 2-0. Taken for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Roseburg lost to Tigard 2-4 in the first round. The Indians were the 14 seed last year, improving to the 7 seed this season. 3-0. Taken for a strike. 3-1, I think. Again, I think that there was a couple of those calls where they've changed it to balls after the pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes now as Wright gets back in the strike zone. Payoff pitch. Low! So it will not be a perfect game. The Indians finally have their first base runner as Danica Opp works the walk thanks to some help from the umpires. And I think it's just that Wright's leaving the mound and throwing it with her foot not on the slab. First pitch to Mason Tabor. Bunt shown, and pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. There's probably been about 6 or 7 of those calls in this game. The 1-0. Tabor bunts it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Tabor represents the tying run at the plate, bottom of the 4th inning. Score still 2-0. 1-1. Tabor tries to bunt, but it goes foul. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Mason Tabor. 0 for 1 with a pop-up behind the plate. The pitch. Tabor pops it up once again behind the plate. And now it goes over to the third base side, and making the catch is Evans for out number 2. Two outs, a runner at first base. Ellen Martinez still looking for the first hit for Roseburg. Fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. Martinez, second team Southwest Conference this season. Second time she's been named to the second team. Gets the recognition during her senior season. Oh, 1. High. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-handed hitter. Grounded out towards second, her first time up. 1-1. Fouls it back. 1-2 from Wright. Carrington Wright, 2 strikeouts. Searching for a third. One-two pitch. Called strike 3. It doesn't matter. The throw goes down to second, and they get the out there. I believe it was a called strike 3, but Opp was out at second regardless. We'll figure it out next inning, but the Indians do not score, and they do not get a hit, and potentially leave one stranded. We'll head to the 5th inning. The score is still 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. You're watching Roseburg Softball here on 541radio.com.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking to
First pitch is slapped right back up the middle to center field. A base hit for Forest Grove. The 6th hit of the game goes to Addison Faulkner. Picks up her second. Had a single in the first, scored, and then grounded out. 2 for 3 now. So a runner at first, and here's Callie Davis, the most dangerous player in the lineup for Forest Grove. Throw back towards first base. It goes up the right field line. But good backing up by Ellenwood and Baki. No balls and 1 strike to Callie Davis. 2 RBIs and 2 doubles. The reason why it's 2-0. No balls and 1 strike. Bachmeyer will wait. Now back in the circle. The 0-1. Davis takes outside, throw back towards first base, and it gets away. Runner now going to second. The throw to second base is in time as Maddox picked it up after it rolled towards her left side to the right of the line, and Faulkner tried to head over to second base. So the pickoff attempt initially unsuccessful, but it pays off. Another good defensive play for Roseburg, and now the first base umpire coming back to talk things over with the home plate umpire, and I think they agree it's 1-1. And Ingram now wants a word with the home plate umpire. A third base umpire also joining in on the conversation. Hey folks, special thanks to our postseason sponsors. We got Roseburg Forest Products, Winston Auto Care, Gibbs RV Superstore, and Southern Septic Service, who have all jumped on to help out with our playoff sponsorship. So again, our thanks to our expanded postseason coverage of Roseburg baseball and softball. Again, presented by Roseburg Forest Products, Winston Auto Care, Gibbs RV Superstore, and Southern Septic Service. 1 ball and 1 strike, a little bit high. 2 balls and 1 strike from Bachmeyer. Then we got Roseburg baseball coming up at 4:30. Pregame show starts at 4:15 p.m. Joey Kieran on the call. 2-1 pitch. Outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Davis. Sure, Bachmeyer pitching a little bit carefully with Davis at the dish. The 3-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. Full count. Been a close competitive game after Forest Grove got an early start. 4 hits and 2 runs in the first inning. Bachmeyer's only allowed 2 hits since. Not a ton of base runners. Payoff pitch. Popped up, headed our way, and it's going to drop just in front of me. Do the 3-2 again. Got to be ready up here. Perfect position to catch a foul ball if it heads our way. 3-2 pitch. It's inside. And it's a walk for Davis. Roseburg fans wanted that one to be called a strike. Did not get the hometown call. Runner at first base. 2-0, Forest Grove with the lead. Kenley Wright. A walk and a double play that she lined into in her 2 plate appearances. Fouls off the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike to her. Lined the ball to center field. It was a low line grab for Mason Tabor out in center field. Caught it on her knees and then threw to second base and got a force out there. So double play. As now this might be 2. Singleton Fields goes to 2 for 1. The throw to first base just a hair late. The throw from Baki just behind Wright as she legs it out. A fielder's choice play. Davis out at second. 2 outs and a runner at first. Brings up Elise Morency. Morency, the second baseman. Right at first, the first pitch, a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Morency popped up behind the plate, grounded out to short. She's 0 for 2. The 1-0. It's high. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch from Bachmeyer. It's grounded towards short. Singleton fields, throws to first base, and makes the play. 1 left stranded after 1 hit in the inning. No runs and no errors. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is still 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. You're watching Roseburg Softball here on 541radio.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. Roseburg still searching for their first hit. They have 1 base runner today, but no hits to show for it. First pitch to Sierra Singleton, and that's going to be the first hit. Had to double check my notes as I was unsure whether or not it was going to be Martinez or Singleton to lead things off, but Martinez is officially out on the called strike 3 from last inning. Singleton, though, does single, and a first pitch pop-up for Cadence Ellenwood. Out of play. So runner at first, a 0-1 pitch, and this is hit out towards left field. Back-to-back hits for Roseburg here in the 5th. Singleton and Ellenwood, the 5 and 6 hole hitters, get the first 2 hits off of Carrington right in the postseason, and now the tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run coming to the plate in Cambria, Bachmeyer. First pitch, Bachmeyer shows bunt. Fielding it at first base is Davis, goes to first and gets the out there. Bachmeyer does her job. A sac bunt to advance both runners. Singleton to third base, Ellenwood to second. Tying run in scoring position. And now Joelle Maddox. Lefty hitter sees the first pitch. Down and away. 1-0. Maddox flew out to center field, her first time up. Big at bat here. Indians just searching for a run. The 1-0. Cuts and misses. Rise ball, and she chased it. 1-1. Right back in the circle. Wheels and deals. Popped up in the infield towards short. Takahashi in to make the catch. Out number 2. Crucial out for Wright in the circle. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Angela Haber will stand in. First pitch. In for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Haber, the DH. 9-hole hitter, the 0-1. Thought about offering, wisely held up. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. High. 2-1. Indians with their best opportunity all day. They didn't have a base runner through the first 3. The 2-1. Taken down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tara Singleton is on deck. With 2 outs, the 3-1. Taken for a strike, and the count goes full. Big pitch upcoming here for Carrington Wright. She's been in command all afternoon long. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. A strikeout to end the inning. Wright gets out of the jam after allowing her first 2 hits of the postseason. She settles in, and with 2 runners in scoring position, they're both left stranded. After the 2 hits in the inning, no errors defensively and no runs. We're headed to the top of the 6th inning. The score is 2-0, Forest Grove with the lead.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
First pitch is fouled away. No balls and 1 strike. Gotta tell you, after doing baseball all season long, they waste no time here in high school softball. In between innings, it goes really, really quickly. Not even a full minute. No balls and 1 strike from Cambria Bachmeyer. Cadence Hood, Elia Takahashi, and Daniela Rodriguez due up. The 0-1 pitch misses the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Forest Grove, a good team. They find themselves at number 10 in the power rankings, the number 10 seed. Had a really strong second half to their season. 1-1, it's a little bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Did falter, though, a little bit down the stretch. Lost the last 2 games of the regular season to Glencoe and West Salem. Glencoe and Forest Grove both tied for second place in the Pacific Conference. 2-1. Grounded towards the right side. At second base, Baki fields and throws to first for out number 1. One out, nobody on. Brings up Kailia Takahashi. Takahashi with the bright orange shoes. You think she's playing for Roseburg. First pitch. Fouls it away. 0-1. Sherwood won the Pacific Conference. They went 25-3 this season, a 10-2 overall record. Really good season for Sherwood. The 0-1, a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The winner of this game is going to move on to face off against Aloha and Jesuit. Sherwood, they're the 3 seed in the tournament. They're facing off against Tigard coming up at 5 p.m. Tigard, the 14 seed. Pop up out towards left field near the wall, and crashing into it was Opp. As the ball drifted over the fence, out of play, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-0 the score in the top of the 6th. The 1-2. High over the head. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. And now the pitch. Called strike 3. Bachmeyer, a strikeout. 2 away. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Bachmeyer. Done a really good job since the first inning. The first 3 batters each got hit, single, double. Walked the batter, and after that point has only allowed 2 hits and no runs. A little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes to Daniela Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a strikeout back in the first. She was Bachmeyer's first strikeout victim. That ended the inning after 8 batters came to the plate. 1-0 pitch. A little bit low now, 2 balls and no strikes. Rodriguez flew out to center field in her last AB, her 3rd chance at Bachmeyer with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 6th. The 2-0. Downstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Bachmeyer, after getting the strikeout, 3 straight balls. Bachmeyer's 3-0. Called the strike. 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Bachmeyer. Popped up and behind the plate. Making the catch is Singleton. For out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, the Vikings go. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Roseburg trailing 2-0. You're watching Roseburg Softball. You're on 541radio.com.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your 4-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, the score is 2-0. Forest Grove with the lead. Roseburg coming back up to hit. Carrington right back in the circle. The first pitch from the right-hander is looked at, and it is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the order, back up for Roseburg. Tara Singleton at the plate. She's 0 for 2. A fly out to center and a ground out to first base. The 1-0 pitch. It's fouled back. 1-1. Special thanks again to our expanded postseason sponsors, Roseburg Forest Product, Winston Auto Care, Gibbs RV Superstore, and Southern Septic Service. Singleton bunts it towards first base. Fielding it is the first baseman Davis. Flips it over to Morency for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 6th. 2-hole hitter, Danica Opp at the dish. First pitch. It's taken for a strike, going 1. Opp today, a strikeout and a walk. Was the first base runner of the game in the 4th inning for Roseburg. Ended a perfect game streak through 3 1/3. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. It's a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Make it 2 balls and no strike. So again, another pitch that was called a strike, and then they've changed it to a ball. Just has not been Carrington Wright's day. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Pumps it past Opp. 2-1. Two on offering. It's outside. Well, and now they have it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss. That time a strikeout. I think the scorer table that time was a little confused. Honestly, I'm confused up here with the amount of times that it's been called a strike and then we've seen it overturned and been called a ball, due to presumably the pitcher leaving the mound early. First pitch is fouled back now. No balls and 1 strike to Mason Tabor. Tabor, a pop-up behind the plate and a pop-up to third. First team Southwest Conference player this season. Tabor grounds it up the middle for a base hit. 3rd hit today for Roseburg. They still have some life, trailing by 2 with 4 outs to work with. Still just 1 out to work with here in the 6th. As Ella Martinez will come up to the plate as the tying runner. First pitch, Martinez takes outside, throw goes to first base, and back there safely is Tabor. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. It is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Just a reminder, if you want, you can head over to our other live stream. We got the Roseburg baseball game about to get going. That game getting started at 4:30. Pre-game show off and underway. 2-0 in for a strike, 2-1. Joey Kieran has the call of that one. That one also going to be heard on the radio, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM later on tonight. Just on the YouTube, we got UVC Baseball. 2-1. Hit out towards left field. Twisting and turning was Faulkner, and she can't find it. Tabor's around third. She's going to come in and score. Martinez at second with an RBI double. And the Indians are on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. Roseburg finally gets a run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Ella Martinez comes through with an RBI double. Tabor scores from first base, and the tying run in scoring position for Roseburg. Avery Stanton gonna go run for Martinez. Sierra Singleton singled her last time up. It was the first hit of the game for Roseburg. It came last inning to lead off the inning. She's 1 for 2 with a pop up to third in her first AB. Standing at second, 2-1. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. Singleton, a first-team Southwest Conference player this season, was second-team last year. 0-1. Lifts it towards left field. Going over is Faulkner. It's off her chest. Roseburg's going to tie. Faulkner lost her footing. And it went right off her chest. And the Indians tie it in the bottom of the sixth. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position. It looked like Faulkner had a good read on it. But as she tripped, her mitt missed the ball. And Singleton ends up at second base after the E7. First pitch. Gets past the catcher, the catcher right, Ellenwood at the plate as Singleton advances the third. The go-ahead run, 60 feet away from scoring. One ball and no strikes. The pitch. Hit towards left field. Faulkner watches it go down the line, fair. Ellenwood at second. Roseburg leads. It hit right on the chalk. What a two-out rally for Roseburg. 3-2. And now another ball hit out towards left field. Down for a base hit. Ellenwood on her way and now gets told to come back to third. The throw goes to third and she gets back just in time. Cambria Bachmeyer, the one with the single, advances to second on the throw. So Ellenwood at third, Bachmeyer at second, and this may be it for Carrington Wright. As Jeremy Ingram has come out and called in the infield. Looked like he was reaching for the ball momentarily and then did not take it. Wow, wow, wow. Single, double, air, double, single. And now runners at second and third, a 3-2 score. And Joelle Maddox will stand in with a chance to stretch the lead to 3. First pitch. Down and away, 1-0. 2 runners in scoring position. What a turn of events. 1-0. Maddox fouls it back. Out of play. Maddox, a fly out to center field and a pop up to short. Bachmeyer, who's standing at second, will now come in and score as Maddox hits it to left field. A 2 RBI double, and the Tribe lead by 3. Everything's going to left field. When it rains, it pours. A 5-run bottom of the 6th inning that's still not done with a runner in scoring position at second. And 2 outs. Haber cuts through the first pitch, 0-1. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. What an inning for Roseburg. It looked like they were dead in the water once again. First 2 batters retired, a strikeout and a ground out. Mason Tabor kept the inning alive, and the Indians have continued to keep it rolling. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, deep towards right center field. It's down. Digging for second base is Haber. In to score from second is Maddox. It's 6-2. Seven straight batters have reached base safely. And that's going to do it for Carrington Wright after a strong start to the postseason. The Indians' bats wake up. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Indians leading 6-2 here on 541radio.com.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Runner at second base and 2 outs. The first pitch, it's popped in the air out towards left field. Faulkner finds it in the sky to make the catch for the final out. And out before the Indians bring 10 batters to the plate. They score a total of 6 runs on 6 hits with 1 error and 1 left stranded. We're headed to the 7th inning. Roseburg an opportunity to win it, leading 6-2. Heading to the 7th here on 541radio.com.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring.
Top of the 7th inning, Roseburg, after trailing 2-0 for almost the entirety of the game, they lead 6-2. Bachmeyer back in the circle, trying to close it out. First pitch, it's popped in the air out towards the right side of the infield. And it goes off the glove of the second baseman, Baki. How to play a tough long play. It was right by the dugout, and it just ricocheted off the mitt. So no balls and 1 strike. It's Paola Reyes-Flores. Or rather, Paola Reyes-Figueroa. 9-1-2 due up for Forest Grove. The 0-1. It's a little bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. The winner of this game is set to face off against the winner of Jesuit and Aloha. That one starting at 5 p.m. tonight. 1-1 pitch. Hit towards left field, and it drops down for a base hit in front of Danica Opp. The ball is flying towards left field. So a leadoff single for the Vikings gives Forest Grove some hope. Top of the order with Gracie Evans coming to the plate. Evans, a sac bunt, a single, and a ground out. First pitch. Evans shows bunt. Bunts it back to the pitcher. Bachmeyer goes to first base and gets the out there. Advancing over to second base is Reyes Figueroa. Second sack bunt for Evans. Addison Faulkner now, who's busy in the bottom of the third, takes a pitch low, 1-0. Felt like every ball was headed her way out towards left field. A tough play that went off her chest to tie the game for Roseburg. One-0. Belted in the air towards center field. Staying in the yard, Tabor makes the catch just beyond the feather out in center field for out number 2. Vikings down to their final out. This will be a tough out here. Callie Davis, she's 2 for 2, 3 for 3 on base today. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and a walk, and they're just going to walk her here. An intentional walk. Kenley Wright now coming to the plate. Wright walked, lined into a double play, and reached on a fielder's choice. Fouls off the first pitch. 0-1. If Roseburg hangs on and wins, they'll advance to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2019. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Popped up in the infield. Baki makes the catch. Roseburg's going to the quarterfinals. What a win for Roseburg. As the team celebrates on the field. And Roseburg's moving on after a 6-run, bottom of the 6th inning, a come-from-behind victory for the Tribe. What a game. Oh, my goodness. Finished in just under an hour and a half. The Indians win it 6-2 and advance on to the quarterfinals. What a great game for Roseburg to respond and come from behind and win it by 4 against a very good Forest Grove squad. We'll tally up the final numbers and get you some final statistics on the other half of this break here on 541radio.com.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
6-2 the final here at Roseburg High School's softball field. Final line for Cambria Bachmeyer, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Allowed both of her runs in the first inning with 4 hits in that inning. After the first inning, she settled in, only allowed 2 hits from that point forward, striking out again 3 batters, had the 4 walks. One of them was an intentional walk, and the Indians offensively came alive after being no hit through the first 3 innings, 3 straight perfect innings for Carrington Wright. She started the 4th inning with a ground out to first. Looked like Danica Opp might have been out, but they reversed a call from a strike to a ball, something that happened quite a bit here today for Carrington Wright. That allowed Opp to reach first base on a walk. She struck out Martinez and got Tabor to pop up to end the 4th inning. So it was still no hit through 4 were the Indians. And then in the 5th inning, Sierra Singleton and Cadence Ellenwood both singled to start the inning. A sac bunt by Cambria Bachmeyer advanced them both into scoring position, but Joelle Maddox and Angela Haber couldn't score. The 2 runs from second and third base, a pop-up and a strikeout to end the inning. Then in the 6th, it looked like Roseburg was dead in the water once again. A ground out to first and a strikeout looking before a single by Mason Tabor gave the Indians some life, and that's all they needed. Ella Martinez had an RBI double to score Tabor from second base. She ended up at second base as the tying runner. Sierra Singleton hit it to left field. It dropped off the chest of Faulkner in left field. That allowed Martinez to come in and score. Cadence Ellenwood then doubled, allowed Singleton to come in and score. Cambria Bachmeyer had a single advance to second base, and Joelle Maddox had a 2 RBI double to stretch the lead to 5-2. And then Angela Haber, a RBI double for the final hit of the inning. 6 hits, 6 runs on 1 error and 1 left stranded in that 6th inning for Roseburg. Brenna Colfett came in and got the final out for Forest Grove. Roseburg now advances on to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2019. They're going to be facing off against the winner of Jesuit and Aloha. If Aloha upsets Jesuit the number 2 seed, Roseburg will be hosting the game on Friday. But right now it looks likely that Roseburg will be heading up to Portland to face off against Jesuit. Again, we got a triple header today. Roseburg baseball just getting started right now at Champion Car Wash Field. You can listen to that game on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. You can also watch live video simulcast at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay up to date to all things Roseburg sports, as well as the Doc Stewarts, which we have coming up in a couple of weeks this summer. So we have that coming up on The Score. We also have Umpqua Valley Christian baseball tonight as they face off against Lost River. The Monarchs are the number 1 seed in the 1A, 2A bracket. They're the defending state champs, and we'll have the call for that one tonight at 7 p.m. Roseburg baseball, though, just getting started. Head over to that live stream if you'd like to watch that game. Roseburg softball, though, wins it 6-2. It's been a fun one this afternoon. Again, special thanks to our sponsors all postseason long for our expanded postseason coverage. It's brought to you by Roseburg Forest Products. Since 1936, Roseburg Forest Products has been highly respected industry leader, known for its commitment to making its customers, its employees, and the environment. Roseburg Forest Products, making lives better from the ground up. And Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. As well as Gibbs RV Superstore and Southern Septic Service. Indians win this one 6-2. They're moving on to the quarterfinals. Be heading over to Champion Car Wash Field to catch the end of the Roseburg baseball game and join Joey for the call for the second half of that game once we wrap things up here. Roseburg moving on to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2019. Special thanks to everybody that made this broadcast possible. To Anna Blue, the athletic director here at Roseburg High School. I'm Nate Jarecki saying so long from up high above Finlay Field. Roseburg wins 6-2. We'll see you next time here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, and here on 5-4.